All right, so the time has come that we need to start talking about polynomial long division. So it says divide the following polynomials using long division. I just want to go over basic long division really quick. So if we take a number like 276 and divide it by 4. How we would do this is we would do we'd put 276 right here. We divide this by 4. So 4 doesn't go into 2, but 4 goes into 27 how many times? I think 8 times. And then 4 times 8 is 32, so that's not too big. How about 7 times 28? 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Sorry, just getting warmed up here. And then what we do is we subtract 27 minus 24 is 3. And then we bring our 6 down. And then 4 goes into 36 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36, which leaves us with a remainder of 0. This may be a new process to you, but we're going to follow a similar pattern over here where we figure out how to multiply to get something close and then subtract. Now before I start this problem, one thing I want to do is I want to give every term a coefficient. So we have 1x cubed minus 3x squared plus 0x plus 4. And then this is divided by x squared plus 0x plus 1. It's really important that we have all of our terms represented here. Now we're going to set up this polynomial long division problem. So put my x cubed term here, minus 3x squared plus 0x plus 4. And then we're going to put our dividend or divisor up here, 0x plus 1. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look, and I see I have an x cubed here. And I see I have an x squared here. And I think about it, what do I need to multiply x squared by to make it into x cubed? Well, x times x squared will get me x cubed. So I'm going to put an x up here, and then we're going to actually multiply the x in here. So how I'm going to actually represent this is we're going to do x parentheses x squared plus 0x plus 1. And what do we get when we do that? X times x squared is x cubed. X times 0x is a positive 0x squared. And then x times 1 is plus 1x. Now, take a look over here at my division problem. What did we do at this point? At this point, we subtracted. Now, it's a little bit trickier with this one, but since we're subtracting, we're going to change all of these signs. So that's going to become a negative, that's going to become a negative, and that's going to become a negative. If any of those were negative, they would become a positive. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to combine these, and we're going to see what we get. So x cubed minus x cubed, those are going to cancel out. You did that on purpose. That's the way it should be going. Just like, do you see over here in this one, your 2's cancel out. And then negative 3x squared minus 0x squared is minus 3x squared. And then 0x minus 1x is minus 1x. And then do you see how over here we brought that 6 down? Well, we're going to do the same thing with the positive 4. Now we're going to follow the same process again. I have an x squared. I want a negative 3x squared. So what do I need to multiply to get that to be negative 3x squared? Well, we're going to bring a negative 3. Again, that's like distributing a negative 3 throughout, so it's going to be negative 3 parentheses x squared plus 0x plus 1. When we bring this in here, negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times 0x is still a plus 0x. And then negative 3 times positive 1 is a negative 3. Let's try to, again, remember that what we need to do is we need to flip these signs. So this is going to become a plus sign. This is going to become a minus sign. And this one is going to also become a plus sign. That's because we're subtracting, so we're bringing a negative in there. Now 3x squared plus negative 3x squared plus 3x squared, those are going to cancel out. minus 1x minus 0x is negative 1x. And then 4 plus 3 is a positive 7. Now, how do we write this in that? You can remember last week we did this division. We did p of x is equal to, what is it, d of x times q of x plus the r of x. So the original polynomial, x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4 is equal to our divisor, which this time I'll take the 0 out. It's x squared plus 1 times our quotient, which is our quotient, which is up here, times x minus 3 plus our remainder, which is negative 1x plus 7. Now you might be asking what the purpose of this is. We really care about this quotient right here because this quotient is going to help us find oblique asymptotes. And if we have oblique asymptotes, we're going to use long division to find those.